The UFC just took a hit, and not the kind you see in the Octagon. A $1.2 million lawsuit loss, a potential war brewing between Islam Makhachev and Justin Gaethje, and Khamzat Chimaev looming in the shadows. Buckle up, fight fans. Things are getting wild. The UFC is familiar with takedowns. This time, however, it was in the court, not in the Octagon. Unexpectedly, the Ultimate Fighting Championship has consented to pay $1.2 million to resolve a complaint regarding underhanded auto-renewal practices for its Fight Pass membership. Though this drama didn't include spinning elbows or post-fight brawls, it's still a major blow to the pocketbook. Let's break it down. UFC Fight Pass is the company's digital playground, filled with live events, replays, and enough martial arts content to turn your couch into a dojo. But apparently, some subscribers weren't fully aware they had signed up for an endless billing cycle of doom. The lawsuit claimed the UFC didn't clearly disclose auto-renewal terms, and worse, didn't get proper consent before repeatedly charging users. That's right, no tap, no verbal cue, just an invisible rear-naked choke on your credit card. Naturally, the UFC didn't admit to any wrongdoing, because what fun is a lawsuit without the classic, we deny everything, but here's a pile of cash to make it stop settlement. Still, this $1.2 million payout is a clear signal. Consumers aren't pulling punches when it comes to shady billing. If you're wondering whether you're eligible for a piece of the pie, or in this case, a couple of Fight Pass months, here's the scoop. The settlement applies to people who had their subscriptions auto-renew between October 11th, 2018 and January 21st, 2025, and had billing addresses in one of 11 locations, including California, New York, Florida, and Washington, D.C. Subscribers who qualify can choose one of two options: a $9.99 cash payment or a voucher for 2 free months of UFC Fight Pass, valued at $19.98. Either way, you're getting something, without having to throw a single punch. Just don't miss the deadlines. May 6, 2025, to opt out or object, and June 5, 2025, to file your claim. Mark your calendars or risk getting legally KO'd by forgetfulness. But while UFC lawyers were busy submitting paperwork, another kind of showdown has been simmering. Daniel Cormier, former champ and full-time fight oracle, believes the next lightweight title clash will be a barn burner: Islam Makhachev versus Justin Gaethje. After submitting Renato Moicano in the first round earlier this year, Makhachev's next opponent has been a big question mark. Ilia Topuria's name was thrown into the mix, but Makhachev wasn't buying it. He reportedly passed on the fight, citing Topuria's lack of lightweight experience. Basically, come back when you've actually fought someone at 155, bro. Cormier, never one to shy away from a bold take, said in a recent YouTube video that Gaethje is the guy. Why? Because Gaethje brings the chaos, the carnage, the crowds. The man's nickname is literally the highlight. What more do you need? Fresh off a unanimous decision win over Rafael Fiziev at UFC 313, Gaethje didn't waste time calling for a title shot. And while contenders like Arman Tsarukyan and Charles Oliveira are also lurking, Cormier believes Gaethje is the name that moves the needle, and maybe Makhachev's jaw, if he lands that overhand right. If I'm being honest, Cormier said, that's the money fight, that's the big name, that's the banger. So in the span of a few weeks, the UFC has had to fend off a legal class action and potentially line up a certified slugfest for the lightweight title. One situation involves paperwork, refunds, and legal compliance. The other, blood, sweat, and Gaethje trying to turn Makhachev into a highlight reel. Stay locked in right here for all the latest updates, predictions, and post-fight breakdowns. Hit that follow button, drop a comment with your dream matchups, and let's talk fight game.